Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today, we're going to talk about Bitcoin and we're going to be looking at the return on investment or ROI bands. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and check out the sale on the premium list at intothecryptoverse.com. You'll get access to this chart as well as a lot of other charts. Let's go ahead and jump in. So we've shown this chart on the channel a few times. It's a little bit more complicated than most, but namely we have the price of Bitcoin on the primary y-axis on a logarithmic scale. And on the secondary y-axis, we have ROI days. So basically it's just the number of days it takes to see a certain return on your investment had you bought Bitcoin on that day. One of the ways to think about this, and also this is also on a logarithmic scale as well. One of the things to consider when looking at this is at peaks, you'll see that the amount of time we're looking at 2x, the 2x band. In order to 2x your money by buying at peaks, you can see that you would have to wait over 1,000 days. Okay, generally speaking, you're talking about over 1,000 days. However, buying near bottoms, you certainly don't have to wait nearly as long. Furthermore, buying at places just before a local top can also yield a 2x in a relatively short amount of time. You can see that as we go up to a mania phase peak, the ROI band, meaning time to see a 2x on your investment, tends to decrease, okay? And you can see that in 2011, we got down to the point where it was only taking a couple days to see a 2x on your investment. In 2013, it was only taking 7 days or 9 days at the local tops. In 2017, we got down to where it took only 12 days. So you can see sort of a difference here. Some type of a pattern is emerging, namely that every time we have some type of manic period in the market where the price is going absolutely crazy, the amount of time to 2x your money at that local top is increasing. Again, you went from around 2 to around 7 to 9 to 12. And then most recently, back in December of 2020, we saw about 23 days in order to 2x your money had you bought Bitcoin just below the prior all-time high before it went off into that distribution phase in early 2021. Another way to look at this, though, is not to just look at the 2x, but also to say look at other things like a 4x on your money. And when you look at a 4x on your money, you see a relatively similar thing. One of the things I've dealt with before with a lot of people is they say, well, Bitcoin, you're never going to see, it go up a lot in the future. It's clearly not true. I mean, a 4x was not even that long ago. Had you bought Bitcoin in November of 2020, you would have seen a 4x in only about 109 days. That's less than 4 months to see a 4x on your investment, and you're still talking about the cryptocurrency that has the highest market capitalization. If you go and look at things like, say, a 6x, you can still see that even in buying Bitcoin in September of 2020 would have allowed you to 6x your investment in only 389 days or around a year. Okay, so we are sort of seeing some patterns here. One of the things you'll notice when looking at these ROI bands, we'll go ahead and add the 8x, the 10x, the 20x, the 50x, and the 100x. One of the things you'll notice about these bands is that they're flattening out as time goes on, and the mania phase each time tends to stop just a little bit sooner when comparing, say, the number of days to see a certain return on your investment. Okay, so I think this is a really interesting way to look at the market to identify the fact that, look, each phase of Bitcoin where we have some type of crazy parabolic rally, we can see that the slope here is getting less steep as we move along, and they're also flattening out. What this shows is that in general, it's just taking longer to experience the same, it's taking longer to experience certain gains than it used to. And then furthermore, the mania phases are becoming less pronounced every time we have another mania phase. So for instance, in a future mania phase where we see another 2x a 2x band appear, we would probably assume that at the whatever the local top would be, I would guess that it might actually be more than 23 days to 2x your money. So if we see a period where Bitcoin goes up, say 2x in 30 days or something like that, that could be a fairly good signal that another local top is in. Hopefully you guys like this content. If you do, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and check out the sale on the premium list. It's going to end April 17th, so you can lock in the low rate. You'll get access to this chart as well as a lot of other charts, weekly videos, weekly reports, etc. Thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.